Steel Toe Morning Show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the program. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron. That's April.
Howdy.
And I can't wait to hear Roots or Hobo comment on my appearance this evening as I'm wearing the same shirt from tonight. Are you going to be okay with all the surgery you're doing on my studio over there? What the hell have you done?
There is no your studio. It's our
my studio.
There is no your studio. This is ours.
Without me, there is no studio.
We both built this. I cleaned this, and it was loose, so I had to make it snug again.
Isn't that the way it always goes?
It was a mic rejuvenation.
Yes. Welcome to the program. Same shirt from this morning. I'm sorry. Kmart Ready says you're going to talk about Vince McMahon tonight. Fed's going to be searching his property appropriately. I've got that for tomorrow.
What happened?
I've got that for tomorrow. They've got back in July, they served Vince with a subpoena and I think a search warrant or or they got a search warrant. They haven't served him with it yet, but served him with a subpoena. They're looking into Vince. I don't know what he did.
More sex stuff.
More sex shit. He's just been fucking too much for a guy his age. Come on, Vince.
Shouldn't do that.
Calm down a little bit.
You're celibate after 73 and a half.
Not Vince. They call him the genetic jackhammer for a reason.
Ew.
What?
I don't like that.
You don't like that? The genetic jackhammer? He's got balls the size of grapefruits. K. Fallon says, Aaron, why did you use a football as a guide to cut your hair? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I get it.
What do you mean you get it?
Just the shape, like it comes to a point.
I wish I had one person I ever worked with, Oz, that was ever on my side when these things happen.
Oh, bullshit. I'm on your side all the time.
When it's fucking April, it's always, you know what, I think I can cozy up to the audience on the hair thing at Aaron's expense. And then I
believe I've done my time. I've married you.
And then I go bolder and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You see that?
Everything I do goes unthanked.
It takes bravery to stand up next to your host and get their back. It's an act of cowardice to betray your general in the battlefield like that. Root says, Aaron, not only are you funny looking, you're also retarded. April, I know the days get stressful living with Aaron, but it's not showing that much. See, she'll thank you for that and talk about, oh yeah, absolutely, Roots, I got you. While I sit here and look like a gay F word. I'm telling you.
Nobody said that, but now Roots, I can't thank you because he'll beat me later.
I'll tell you what, guys. You know what it is? I'm a fighter. I'm a survivor, and I get backed into the corner like this, and I always fight my way out. All right, Marquise, you're gonna have to call back in a second because Mr. Fighter over here did not properly hook the phone up to the system. I'm very excited to hear what Marquise has to say, though. I'm sure it's very, very good as I stall to get this hooked up. There we go. Now we're good.
Harder.
Now we can get Marquise in there. Boys and girls, it is the last the last evening show of the week, and we have done No goals. Monday was the prize show. Last night we gave away a VIP instead. So for you guys who like to give money to our show, we actually gave something back for it. That's awesome. We're going to do it again tonight because, like we said, that VIP and merch order is a little lower than usual. So we got a little room to fuck around, to play around. I think April and I can probably do this every month now.
I need the paper.
Here you go.
Thank you.
There you go. April and I can do this every month now where we, if the order's a little short, skip the goals, do a few giveaway shows. Why the hell not? The information on how to sign up is very simple. $10 PayPal, $10 Super Chat, $10 Rumble Rants, doesn't matter. $10 in, qualify for the VIP drawing tonight. You can take $100 cash if you want. I don't want to push that one too hard because I feel like there's more perks in the VIP package. You get the 3 t-shirts, the hoodie, the stickers, 2 tickets to every comedy show. You also get entered in a $100 drawing every month, so it makes a lot of sense to take the cash as you could win it monthly. And you also get, when we come out with new merch, you get a free copy that you get to claim. So enter for $10. We got a few names to write down already over on PayPal, I see. We'll get to that in just a second. Gray Duckling and Crunchy Cynicism are all getting a complimentary entry tonight because they threw in a shitload and they missed. So let's go to the phones. Let's talk to Marquise. What do you have for us tonight, black person?
Oh, I was just going to say that I think your hair looks very nice. It looks very well cut.
Yeah.
I think you look very pretty.
Thank you. It's very nice of you. And I'm glad you didn't take offense to how I announced you, because that would have shown racism on your part, because that would have meant that you were actually taking black person as an insult, which is not how it was intended.
Although I was talking to April, but okay.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks, Nick. Oh, sorry. That wasn't very nice.
What a sweet surprise that was.
I'm sure you enjoyed that very much. Me,
I would have called you pretty too.
Would you have called him a spade shovel?
I didn't know what that meant.
Technically, every shovel he uses is a, well, Hobo gets the idea. Hobo. This guy gets it.
Marquise, are you coming on the 12th? I want to know.
Thank you very much to Kevin with $20. Kevin F. is in twice in our
Thank you.
VIP drawing tonight. Mindy is in our VIP drawing tonight as well. Mindy J is in there. And 3 qualifications from Potatoes. He doesn't want to be called by his name.
3 of them, huh?
Potatoes. 3 potatoes for Mr. Potato. And also,
Thank you, potatoes.
Also, the other part of this, if we get past 30, everything past 30 goes towards tomorrow's goal, which you guys are already $15 into. Thank you very much. Kenneth with $10 says, shh, my wife might hear you. Throw Kenneth in there. Kids, I did the math. I talked to April. I looked at her list while she was gone. I added the list from Eventbrite in there. We officially, before the show started tonight, we had 10 tickets left to the comedy show. I can now confirm we have 8 tickets left to the comedy show.
That's pretty exciting.
If one of you wants to go to Eventbrite, grab the link, throw it up in the chat. Otherwise, you know what? I think I can get it. I think it's close. There we go. There's the link. I can just do it myself.
Look at you doing things.
There you go. 8 tickets left. Boom. There we go. 8 tickets left to the comedy show. Now, the cornhole tournament, as many of you that want to go be in it can be in it. Let's say that you can't make it to the comedy show at night. It's just too late for you to be out. Sign up for that. If you don't want to spend a dime and you just want to come hang out with us, come hang out with us. You can do that as well. It doesn't cost anything to come out to the anniversary show. Just the comedy show with Gino and Keanu and Johnny and me and Tom Chilstrom. And then the cornhole tournament where there's a $300 prize. $300 prize. We're going to do we typically do, we don't do winner take all, do we? No.
The second place gets his money back.
Second place gets their money back. And then $280 for the winner.
Yes.
So I think that's great. I don't like those tournaments where they've got like 70, 20, 10. I'm like, no, the winner should get almost everything. You win that thing. Look, second place, you got all the way there.
Hard.
Yeah, second place, you got all the way there. You know, here, you played for free. Congratulations. But the winner should get the lion's share of the whole thing. Wild card with another entry. There we go.
Thank you.
Mike's Tool and Nail says, I hope my wife hears me. She's being a bitch. And he's in for the drawing
Jeez.
as well. Thank you guys very, very much. And at 9 o'clock tonight, so almost 2 hours from now, we will do that drawing. But there are the tickets in the chat. 8 tickets left to the comedy show portion of things. Unlimited amount of people can be in the cornhole tournament, and an unlimited amount of people can just come out and enjoy the show. And I think I think there's an idea that we're kicking around where we hook up speakers outside for the comedy show and maybe like $5 a head. I don't want to do it for free because that's not fair to the people who paid.
That's true.
But also, I'm not going to make people stand around and pay full price. So $5, 25% of what you paid to get in.
I feel like if you're there, you're not going to want to miss this one.
No.
This one's going to be pretty wild.
It's going to be very good. And me, Johnny, and Tom won't really have to do any time.
No, I don't think so.
You got Keanu, you got Gino. We're paying them the lion's share of the business, so let them work. Let them go up there and let them work. Rupert with $9.99 says, you want a bite of this banana I found at a Lizzo concert? I'll warn you, it smells kind of funny.
Ew.
We've got updates on the
you.
Lizzo thing tonight, and she is a disgusting fat slob of a pig. So, now, look.
I feel like you repeat yourself.
None of this surprises me. When it comes to this Lizzo stuff, I get to sit here and go, ha, 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 ha. I knew the whole time. And the rest of you have to go, oh, I guess she was a piece of shit. I've been telling you she was a piece of shit. She's a big, fat, angry slob who's not happy with what she looks like, not happy with who she is. Those people are always bitter and ugly on the inside and overcompensating, and that's exactly who we're finding out she is. I love when people like her fall. I really do. I love it when people who are perceived as assholes, but I know are really good guys, it gets kind of borne out in the end.
Yes.
Like, they're like, oh, those guys are good. Like Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe was looked at as an asshole for years and years and years. Oh, what a prick, what an asshole, what a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, Russell Crowe's a good guy. You people are just annoying.
Well, how do you know?
And then it turns out Russell Crowe, great guy. Great guy. And then, Lizzo, she's so inspirational. She's so wonderful. She's a fat fucking pig. She's going to let you down. She's angry. She's miserable. She's cunty. She's twatty. And what happens? She ends up being cunty and twatty. Russell Crowe,
No way.
great guy.
How do you know?
Because I'm sure he is. You can't be in the public eye for that long.
You're in a Russell Crowe
Not
kick.
be a great guy. You know who else is probably a great guy? Shiver Me Boots. What's the
that one?
The guy.
The one guy? What's he in?
Ed Morse. Ed Morse is probably
Ed
a really
Morse.
nice guy. Ed
What?
Morse. You know,
The guy
he's
from Disturbia guy?
Disturbia, The Green Mile.
John Adams?
John Adams, you name it. Ed Morse is probably a wonderful dude.
I feel like he looks too creepy to not have something in his closet.
Ed Morse in Disturbia is a very fuckable older gentleman.
Wow.
That's
You
my
and I,
opinion.
for some reason, are parting ways now.
All right.
And I'm into older men.
You are into
so-
older men. That's a
I-
fuckable older gentleman.
Is it, though?
Yeah. Ed Morse,
Alright.
you know what? We're looking it up. Even guys can be honest about this. Ed Morse, Disturbia. Carried that movie, by the way, on his back.
Images.
Carried the whole thing. Let's take a look at Ed Morse in Disturbia. I don't want to see Ed Morse in everything
He's
he's
that
ever
one.
been in. There we go. There's Ed Morse in Disturbia.
There's something weird and droopy about his eyes I don't like, and he looks like he's hiding something.
I like the hair. The hair looks nice. He's got the little curly gay thing in the back.
I'd go after Chris Maloney now compared to him then.
Look, you like a guy who looks weathered. He's a weathered looking
I do like a
sumbitch.
weathered looking man.
He's a weathered look. Well, that's great.
I
for
bet
me.
you would go after the guy from True Grit, the old one.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. I bet you're
Great guy.
I knew it.
Great guy. Jeff Bridges, great guy. But you know, if you're talking about attractive older men in True Grit, then you're clearly oh, I know Stephen Root wasn't in True Grit. I was gonna fucking A. I heard Cosby was a great guy. Whatever happened to him? We don't talk about Cosby. Doc Brewski with $9.99 says towards April's eye exam.
Hey.
Raz of Chaz
Thank you.
says Rommel was a gentleman. You know,
Thank you, Doc.
when it comes to Rommel, I always talk about him as the good Nazi because I really like him. And he was really good. And apparently there is a whole culture in the West that's built towards romanticize. They have a phenomenon for it. It's not called romanticizing Rommel, but I think it's called the Rommel myth. And it's that the West really liked Rommel. They had a lot of respect for them. So they painted him as this good Nazi. So I'm not the only one who's like, yeah, Rommel, awesome. Apparently, like the entire West was like, yeah, Rommel's okay. Plus he tried to kill Hitler at the end. So that kind of makes you a good guy.
Is it? Because I'm sure there's ulterior motives to killing Hitler.
Dude, because
now you're suddenly in power.
If Hitler had not had Rommel killed, I bet you, anyone who knows World War II, tell me if you agree with me on this. I bet you that if Rommel hadn't been killed by Hitler before the war was over, Rommel would have been part of Operation Paperclip. We would have brought him aboard. Him and Patton would have run the military if they hadn't killed Patton for wanting to fight the Ruskies.
All I'm saying is on occasion, keep a wary eye out for the guy who wants to kill the guy in power because he wants it too. That's all I'm saying.
Understandable. Johnny 1.0 with $10 says, didn't Russell Crowe beat a bellhop's head in with a desk phone? If so, I'm a fan. Yeah, you know how much of a cunt that bellhop probably was? I love doing Gladiator. Can I get a picture? How about you take my bags upstairs, you piece of shit, you stupid cunt? And then you smash him in the head with a phone. So he behaves himself. April, did we get Johnny 1.0 on the list there?
Sure.
Perfect.
Thank you,
there
Johnny.
we are. Yeah, they're saying absolutely Operation Paperclip.
You know who else is like a hot older guy, or at least was?
Me?
You're not old.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
John Slattery.
Understandable.
In Mad Men, I would have.
By the way, I told you this earlier. John Slattery was the original choice to play Elliot Stabler in Law & Order SVU.
I don't like that choice.
Okay.
I need Elliot.
Matthew Q with $10. Did you get him in there?
Yes, I did. He's
very
right
good.
here.
And did we get Andrew K?
Yes, I did.
In the drawing. There we go. Wow, it looks like we've already got a decent amount of names. Throw Steve in there, Steve V.
Thank you, Steve.
Throw him
V.
in the drawing. How many do we have in there already?
Butts.
We have butts.
17.
17, almost at 20 already. Thank you guys very much. I haven't even checked Rumble yet. Jeremy S. with $2 says 16 blocks with Ed Morse is underrated. Look, man, Ed Morse is one of those guys where the movie can suck shit, but he's always good in it. Let's put Taste Fairy in there.
Thank you.
With $10 over on Venmo. Thank you, Taste Fairy. So we're pushing 20.
That's 18.
As we speak.
Who's another hot old guy?
Didn't think we were going to have this conversation today, but I kind of invited it.
Tiny bit. Who's your hottest old guy?
Hottest old guy?
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins in his day. Not now, Anthony Hopkins.
I totally would have,
yeah. Anthony Hopkins in his day.
That's fair.
Pretty good. You know who's heading for good-looking older guy?
Who?
Pitt. And
Pitbull?
No, not Pitbull. Brad Pitt.
Oh.
And Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
Both heading for attractive older guy. They're not old enough yet.
If I had to choose, damn, I don't even know who I'd choose today. That's a toughie. Which one do you pick?
Affleck.
Okay, I'll take Pitt. Yeah, I'm taking Brad Pitt.
Legendary Side Effect says Bruce Campbell, the guy who played Joan's older boyfriend at the end of Mad Men.
Very attractive.
Bruce Campbell.
Yep, you're right.
Marlon Brando in his day. Sure. Attractive older dude. How about Helen Mirren, attractive older man?
Better as a man than a woman.
Ready for a not bad looking older dude? Bryan Cranston.
Accurate.
Bryan Cranston.
I'm on board.
Right there. JJ Dewey wants in the drawing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, buddy. Very, very cool. Your thoughts, April, what are your thoughts on Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott. He's okay. He never seems to age, so I guess he's fine, right?
He got old fast and then just
Yeah.
stayed old.
He just stayed like 70.
Right.
I would.
He's like Tommy Lee.
Story.
He's like Tommy Lee Jones. He was 70 at 50, so now he just looks 70 all the time.
I feel like he would be like a weird, gruff yet sensitive lover. You know?
Put a lot of thought into
We would do
that.
it in the barn, but it'd be sexy.
A lot of thought into that.
Yeah.
Chevrolet JB with $10. Put him in the drawing. That puts us at the magic 20.
Thank you.
Anything over 30, by the way, tonight, we're putting into tomorrow's goal, so thank you, guys. Pulling heads on an LS, throw me in. Pulling heads on it. Gaskets and shit. Head gaskets on an LS. Is that a car?
You're precious.
A LeSabre? Is he pulling head gaskets on a LeSabre? What's an LS?
Oh no, I think you got it.
I went from
You're
a
fine.
GS to an LS.
You're being very cute.
and
I'm
an
letting it
LS
happen.
don't mean low self-esteem. Sorry. That was very few people quote the Nellyville album. You know, I want to bring that back. Now, a lot of people can quote Country Grammar, but not a lot of people can quote CG2. You didn't know that he made a sequel to Country Grammar, did you?
I did not know about the Country Glamour.
No,
sequel.
Country Grammar. He made a Country Grammar sequel
Okay.
called CG2 with Murphy Lee and who's the big dude from the St. Lunatics? That guy.
Did we need that?
No, but it's a lovely little song. I'm going back down, baby, this time in a Range Rover. And I don't know how the rest of
I
it goes.
don't like it. I don't want a sequel. Did anybody watch the show Moonlight? It was on TV for like a season. Whoever the guy is in there, I can't think of his name. He's a dude, though. He's really hot. Somebody help me in the chat.
What? You wouldn't date Elliot Page? I'm telling you, John, you're a transphobe, says Kenneth Pogue.
I'm not John.
Sam Elliott taught Patrick Swayze how to drink and how to dance. They had a bromance for the ages. Source, I made it up.
I like to think that happened.
Kaya Mull with $10 says Keanu Reeves seems like a nice guy to have a drink and a cigar with. It seems like a down-to-earth dude. Keanu Reeves. $10. Put
can't-
Kaya Mull in there.
Thank you. I can't decide if he's hot.
It's the beard, isn't it? You're not sure.
I don't like the beard on him.
Or the way he looks kind of cancery with his long, scraggly hair.
And he needs some sun.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand. What was it? No, it wasn't Street Sweeper. Not in CG2, you guys. I'm going back down, baby. No, I'm going back down, baby. This time in a 6-4. I want Modo. Listen to the switches go zip 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 zip.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to figure this
CG2.
out.
How old do you have to be an attractive older man? I say 55 or older.
Okay.
All
I
right.
was going to say 60.
Okay.
Okay, it's this guy. What is his name? What is his name?
That guy. Give me it. Let me see the damn thing.
He moved
Moonlight, not moonlighting with
Nope,
Bruce
just
Willis.
Moonlight. It was like a vampire.
Oh my God!
crime
It
show.
looks like Luke Wilson's son.
I know.
First of all, look at the cast.
There he is, right there.
Okay, that guy, Alex O'Loughlin.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, somebody in the chat had it. Johnny K.
Thank you.
Alex
oh, Johnny.
O'Loughlin.
Johnny, did you watch that show? I hated it. It was so short-lived. I really liked that show.
You know, it was too short-lived. Like Murder One.
I'm writing his name down. I like him.
Murder
I'm gonna
One, a
follow him.
fine program on ABC, just killed before it could really catch an audience.
Wow, Johnny's the real MVP for me sometimes.
$10 PayPal, $10 Super Chat, $10 Rumble Rant, $10 anywhere gets you into our VIP drawing tonight. We're going to give one away,
Yes.
and then on Monday we're going to put in our VIP order, and it'll be big enough then after all these giveaways
Ooh,
that we're doing.
you know what else we haven't been advertising, but it's going to happen
What's that?
at the anniversary show? So not only are you getting Johnny, Aaron, Keanu, Tom, Aaron.
Why'd you laugh about Tom being part of it?
No, I'm trying to remember.
Are you doing like one of these things is not like the others sort of
No,
deal?
I put you out of order.
Okay.
I think Jesse Towler has a thing going on too. He's gonna do a little.
Okay.
He's gonna do a
look,
bit.
I'm going to have to talk to everybody because, look, I want this to be a certain amount of time. I want it to be tight.
I hear you.
I don't
I
want to
know
have
nothing else.
everybody doing 15. I'm not trying to be a buzzkill, but I don't want to do,
Well, then you talk to the boy because I don't know what he's doing.
I haven't heard about anything Towler wants to do. I would like him to clear it with me first.
Well, I will message him.
I also, I'd also appreciate if we don't have phones out while shit like that's going on because I don't need to be canceled for weird, wild shit with some of the stuff we've got on our plate pretty
right.
soon here. We got some good stuff coming up, but I don't want it to get fucked up. So, Towler, but we'll have Tom come up. He'll do a 5 or 10 minute thing. Johnny and I'll just do like 15, 20 and get paid. And then Keanu and Gino can take over.
I'm there for Keanu and Gino.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Johnny can take home a nice payday for the shortest amount of time he's ever had to do. And then myself also, although
I'm there
not
for
really
Johnny
getting
too,
paid.
I guess. Sorry, Johnny.
It's it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're going to enjoy ourselves. But I want to, dude, the amount of drunkenness that goes on at these shows, I got to try to keep it tight. If that comedy show's over an hour and a half long, it's just going to be a fucking nightmare. It's going to be a
Don't look at me.
mess.
I'm not running it.
So I'm going to make sure that everybody's, I'm not going to be like, oh, the light, get off the fucking stage. But,
You're actually just going to cut the mic cords.
I want to know as much about what's going on as possible. I don't want Towler to surprise me with anything.
I asked you, I believe 2 months ago, he asked me for your permission and you said yes.
I said yes, but I do want to hear about what he's going, because I just realized how many people I booked on this fucking show. And I'm going to have to keep it moving smartly. That's my job as the host. Tim with $4.99 says, no money for you tonight. Wait, what? Thanks for last night. It was pretty funny. I was passed out in my chair till I heard you call my name. Yeah, you're now a new VIP. Freaky Deaky says, no, Corey. I have not heard from Corey. I asked him a long time ago about the anniversary show. I didn't hear back. I haven't heard from him in a while, so I don't really know. I didn't reach out to Oz. Oz came to us and said, he said months ago, I'm going to be at the anniversary show. I will be there. So Oz is going to be there as well. So I don't know if Corey's coming, it will be a pleasant surprise. How's that? I hope Cowpote shows up again.
I think he might.
I think
Cowpote might show up.
I hope Cowpote comes out to the show.
He doesn't drink, though.
He doesn't?
No, I'm pretty positive last time he just ordered a Coke and started schmoozing on me in front of Corey, and Corey's like, we should go outside. I'm like, yeah.
I hope our buddy Cowpote shows up. That's all I can say. Okay, boys and girls, let's start into some stories. If you want to be part of our VIP drawing tonight, the instructions are right there pinned to the top of our page. Gray Duckling with $5 says, never again for me. Well, there you go. Thank you, buddy. $20 into tomorrow's goal. We appreciate that. Only 2 shows left after tonight. And one of them is Rumble Friday. Very excited.
That's party day.
Let's talk about this. We back in the day, whenever there was a locker room controversy in a high school, we always knew what it meant. What did it mean if there was a locker room controversy in a high school?
Hazing?
Yeah. But specifically what kind
stuff. Butt hazing.
A bunch of guys shoved something up another guy's ass.
Usually a plunger or a broom handle.
Broken off.
Yeah.
Or they just used the, not the business end. They didn't give him the business end.
They didn't give him plunger end.
Yeah, they gave him the, the what for end. So there would be some kind of anal penetration. And people are like, oh, it's fucking disgusting. That's gross. Oh, my God. I hope that stops or whatever. I guarantee by the end of this story, you're going to be so frustrated. And you're going to be so mad. You're going to be begging for the days. You're going to be like, can some senior just break a broomstick and shove it in a freshman's asshole?
Oh, God.
So we can be done with this? Because now the new locker room controversy is way more obnoxious and unnecessary than sodomizing the third string running back.
Don't say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, no.
And a locker room controversy that will make you miss hazing sodomy. Sodomy, sod you.
Post about an adult man going into a women's locker room at a local rec center sparked discussion.
Oh, by the way, this is another one of these news stations that for some fucked up reason don't want to do the maximizing option anymore. Doesn't matter. They have a picture-in-picture option, but they have no widescreen option.
Oh, this is stupid.
Don't ask me.
Bigger question.
News 13's Taylor Thompson takes a look at North Carolina's laws regarding public restrooms and what local governments can actually control.
A political analyst we spoke with says that North Carolina is the epicenter of a fight for who can and can't use public restrooms. It all started with a July 12th Facebook post where someone accused a transgender woman of going into the women's locker room and changing into a bathing suit in front of minors.
Here we go.
Oh, come on.
Here we go.
No dicks in front of kids.
It's one of those things where every other group of people, whether it's minority or whatever, they have a little bit of common sense. The problem with the trans thing is it's the first group of people we've met who are mentally ill, who are completely self-obsessed, and have no sense of other people and decency.
And nobody addresses them.
It is just a fucking bulldozer going 125 miles per hour down a 2-lane road, taking up both lanes, going, get the fuck out of my way, I'm going. And you go, well, wait a minute. We have traffic laws, we got to get going this way. Please try to consider us. And, oh, so you're a transphobe? You hate me now? No, I'm just saying I'd like to get going to where I'm going. I'm staying out of your way. I'd appreciate it if you stayed out of my way. Oh, so now we just have to hide in our homes? No, you don't have to tap dance everywhere you go and scream and, have a WWE entrance to every room you walk into. That's So I feel it's a weird kind of fucking with us. That term gaslighting is so gay. It's a weird kind of fucking with us where they're trying to make us feel nuts for being remarkably patient and reasonable with them.
Right.
Where we're going, hey, could you, if you have a dick, do you mind just going in the bathroom built for people with dicks? I won't even call you a guy.
You don't have to look at the other men. Go in a stall.
Right. Go in. But they built those bathrooms specifically for the penis. A urinal is not made just because someone identifies as male. It's because they have a penis they can pull out and drain into the urinal. So go into the penis having bathroom. Don't make a scene, because if you pull a cock out in a women's bathroom, it's going to scare them. They're going to be frightened. They're going to be uncomfortable.
We don't want unannounced dicks.
Women,
right?
I've said this before, when it comes to women, penises to them are purely for function. That's it.
Yes, and when you're not looking to use a stranger's penis for function, it is now scary because it's a threat.
Women are terrified of penises if they don't intend on using them.
Bingo.
If a woman intends to use a penis, yay, it's my birthday. If a woman,
little face.
Yeah, if a woman doesn't intend to use a penis, she goes, what the fuck is that? Get it away. I have never seen a group of people more terrified of the thing they love. Quite like women. It's like it's a chemical that needs to be handled in a very specific laboratory.
Well, that's because when it's not your favorite penis at the time, it's a threat. If it's an exposed penis in front of you and you don't like it, it's a threat to you now.
Understandable. So
for grapage and you don't know what else.
With the bathroom and the locker room laws, it's one of those. It's the craziest thing, because it shows how we've lost decency and politeness as a society, because it really is the easiest answer to a ridiculously silly question, which is, I want to go in the bathroom with women. You look like Lawrence Taylor and you have a penis. I can't let you go in that bathroom. That's insane.
Even Leslie Jones is questionable.
Right. I'm this close to putting Leslie Jones in the men's.
It's actually just Jones Leslie.
Her pussy is the only thing saving her.
We haven't seen it. We can't confirm.
But we haven't seen her have a dick. So innocent until proven guilty, as far as I'm concerned.
Fine.
But this story makes me go, oh my God, could we go back to the good old days where someone was just gang beaten half to death in a locker room and left bloody in the shower?
Let's consider this as well. So somebody my age, let's say, I'm almost 30. If some dude, a transgender woman, comes into my bathroom or my locker room and there's a dick out now, I can rationalize what's going on. At least I understand what happened. If I'm with my children and they see you pull your cock out in front of them, there's another issue at hand now. Not only am I going to have to answer all their questions like, Mommy, what's going on? Now you're my problem and I've got to handle you.
I almost hit refresh for the new VIP drawing people with this up there, and they would have saw everyone's name. That would have been bad. Oof.
Oh, that's true.
I got to figure my shit out. I do have to throw some new people in the drawing. Remind me after this story. I was going to do it now until I saw that was up there, and I went, if I hit refresh, their names pop up.
I'll remind you after the penis thing.
All right, perfect.
A claim that sparked an investigation by the Waynesville Police Department that found the post to be false and determined there was no wrongdoing. At last Tuesday's town council meeting, many showed up to support the trans community.
Wait a minute. So there was an allegation that a trans person went into the bathroom, and then it turned out that it was not true. There was no trans person in the bathroom. But just like I said, the need for attention and the inconsideration of others, the trans community still comes out to the city council meeting to raise a ruckus and raise a fuss and everything else. It's like, guys, this story never happened. It would be like the story about the Somali clerk who won't scan someone's groceries because they have a cross on. That never fucking happened. And it's like, if that happened and a bunch of Christians showed up at the city council meeting and went, rabble, rabble, rabble. It's like, guys, it didn't happen. Everyone calm the fuck down and go home and let us do our job.
Right, you don't need to show up if there's no issue.
Yeah.
Also at that meeting, the town attorney explained using the bathroom you identify with is North Carolina's law.
In North Carolina, towns literally only have the authority that the General Assembly gives them.
Today's law is the result of House Bill 2 from 2016, which became known as the bathroom bill. And it meant that you had to use the bathroom of your gender at birth.
HB 2 was incredibly unpopular. It led to really a lot of boycotts. And so
why do we have to have this set up in a bathroom?
Because it's different, Aaron.
Why do we have to have the phone set up in a fucking bathroom sink? Come on, guys.
Because we don't know what a bathroom looks like.
I guess not.
you know?
So that was eventually repealed.
In 2017, the General Assembly passed House Bill 142.
So that essentially repealed these provisions of the previous HB2.
No, they got strong-armed into repealing it because the NCAA said they wouldn't have any more tournament games there. They wouldn't let UNC play in certain tournaments, and they basically got economically strong-armed into changing the law. Let's be honest about that.
The infamous bathroom bill. This is not the way it is. You can essentially use the bathroom that you would like to use.
This bill changed.
Okay, you, me. You see what I'm getting at here? You, me, I. It's all self-serving. They're public bathrooms. They're not private bathrooms. If they were private bathrooms, it would be me, I, all day long. Great, wonderful. They are public bathrooms. I don't care how you feel. It's how everybody using that bathroom feels. And I'll tell you this. If a guy is in a bathroom and a trans woman walks in and has a penis, yeah, we're going to go, oh, fucking A. But we're not going to do anything bad. We're not going to yell at the person, anything like that. We're just going to be glad the person with a penis isn't in a bathroom with our daughter.
I was going to say, think about the kids, man.
Right.
Think about those kids. It's important.
But here's the problem. They want to be around the kids, and that troubles me too.
Well, then I think as soon as you have shown that you want to be around kids with your exposed wiener, you just go to jail now and you don't come out. That's it. I'm done with
the authority at the local level.
That essentially removed any legal authority from municipalities or counties from adopting policies related to the use of cisgendered restrooms or locker rooms. We cannot enforce any unwritten.
So now I want to point out, and then I'm done with the story because I just get frustrated when we end up with a strike. That's basically how it goes.
Just draw the line. And you know what?
Yeah. I get to the point in these stories now. This is why I love Rumble Fridays, because it feels kind of like in prison with YouTube. I get to a point in the story where I go, I'm about to catch a strike, and then I tap out of the story. But it's just now this city council had to tie up an hour, I'm sure at least, of their time to explain this and walk this through and everything else, and all over some bullshit Facebook post.
Right. Accusing penises of being in the wrong bathroom.
Yeah, but somehow this law was going to make it way less complicated and way less controversial. Yeah, it's working out that way, guys. It's really working out that way.
Do you ever get tired?
Yes, I get it. That's why we don't.
Do you get tired?
That's why we don't do as much of this shit on the show anymore. I can't. I get fucking exhausted.
It's because people can't have an honest conversation and have any amount of understanding for the other person. They just can't do it.
Thank you to Daniel C., who wants in on the drawing tonight. Thank you very much. $10 Rumble, $10 YouTube, $10 PayPal, $10 anywhere gets you into our VIP drawing this evening. Skeezy says, we lost this game the second you morons started appeasing and complying with their insanity. He's right. He is right about that. We did lose the bathroom battle.
You're true.
It is over.
You're right.
You are true. You are true.
He's living his truth.
Yeah. That's how a person who with English as a second language would say it. Yes, you are true.
That is true.
Yes. Manny Pacquiao would say you are true. That's how he would say it.
You are true to you.
Yeah. Kenneth says, I wouldn't have a problem. The penis belongs in a men's bathroom. Right, exactly. I'm sorry, but, in my opinion, in my experience, in general, this is not everybody, but as they call them, cisgender people or just regular people.
We're people.
Just don't care about the bathroom thing as much as trans people do. And if trans people are like, oh, if we have to go in the wrong bathroom according to them, it would be threatening. No, we wouldn't give a shit because we aren't like you. We don't feel like you have to be a part of our thing all the time. The bathroom is a very private experience for us. We don't want anybody sharing in anything we do in the bathroom. You know how many men, if they are just absolutely forced and have to take a shit in a public bathroom, just hold their ass so tight so that a big fart doesn't come out when they're taking a shit?
Really?
Oh, God, yeah.
Wow.
Because there is that moment where a guy is outside and another guy lets a big old fart go while he's taking a shit, and the other person outside stops and just kind of goes, and then continues on about their day. And if you're the person sitting in there, if you cut a loud gasser while you're taking a shit, now you go, reset the clock. I can't leave for 5 minutes until all the people who are currently in the bathroom have left because they'll know who the farting guy is.
I was in Maple Grove recently for something and had to stop in a store, and I had to use the bathroom. I was waiting in line to go pee because for some reason there's a line at this bathroom in this store. And there's some woman in there hogging one of the stalls. And she was like...
Was she farting?
She was like having an episode or something. She was absolutely destroying that toilet.
Yeah,
like,
you never want to fart
It's a
in
small bathroom. It's like a 2-stall bathroom.
You just absolutely never want to have to fart in front of people in a public bathroom.
It was just tragic, and it was everything I could do not to laugh. And what kept me from laughing, I was mortified for her.
Yeah. You feel really bad for that. You do. You make a face. You're like, oh, no.
Because at any point now, if she gets done and gets out of that stall and has to look at the line of people waiting to use
Here's the deal. If you're taking a shit in a bathroom and you let a loud fart go, everybody in the bathroom should take that as like, remember the bell that used to ring to let you know it was time to go to class?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody clear out of the bathroom because she wants to get out now after she shit herself.
And she's embarrassed,
And
right?
she doesn't want any of you to see her because then you're going to look at her and go, oh, that's the woman who was just absolutely ripping thunder farts while she was destroying that toilet. Same thing with guys. Just get the fuck out. And because he wants to get out too, but he's embarrassed.
You are not wrong.
Yeah.
Man, like so she stayed in that stall and like 4 of us went in and out of that other stall and she was still in there.
Yeah.
And I made sure to wash my hands and get out before I saw who that was.
Delco Lou says, great week of shows. Here's an entry for tonight. Let's throw Delco Lou into the VIP drawing this evening. There you go, boys and girls. Truth for sure. I'll hold it to avoid anyone hearing it, says Coltrane. Yeah.
I didn't know guys did that. I thought you guys didn't care about
Oh, yeah. We don't want to hear people. We don't want people
Really?
to hear us ripping ass while we're shitting.
What if you got a poo?
Look, a drop, like a poo drop in the toilet, if we got a little one, but it's dense and it goes boom, we don't mind that. You can't avoid that. But like a big old... We don't want people to hear that in a public bathroom.
So wait, you'll do it live here with hundreds and thousands of people watching you?
That was my mouth. That wasn't my
But you
asshole.
won't actually fart.
No. I won't.
Not to their knowledge, you've done it hundreds of times.
Yeah, I'll sneak my farts in. You don't want to hear that in a public bathroom. Like, I don't want to do that in a public bathroom because I don't want to embarrass myself, but the people in the public bathroom don't want to hear that shit
What
either.
if it was a way to establish dominance over the rest of the bathroom?
Look, now we're talking something different. We're talking about establishing dominance. And, holla at you, boy, as they say.
I didn't picture you guys as being like nervous poopers in the bathroom.
It's some kind of code that's ingrained in us.
Wow.
Gregarious
I
says,
learned.
depending, I might even open the stall for her in the men's room. Yeah, like depending on the trans woman, you might just open up and go, come on in here, honey. It's a bigger party anyway.
Ew.
Ignore the smell.
Oh,
Add cabbage.
stop.
Plankton says, I cannot shit in a public restroom. Nope, can't do it. That's why I said if you absolutely have to, if you're cornered.
What if it's your own? Yeah, if you're cornered. What if you just had Taco Bell and you ordered too much and you ate it all and it's a half hour later and it's running through you?
You're at a ball game.
Oh.
You had beers.
Oh, and they got like trough bathrooms at the ball
Imagine
game
chili
for you
dog
guys.
and beer farts and shits and poops. Toolman Mike says, my last VIP stuff was given away at my open house at the store. You got 2 new fans. Very, very cool.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Mark Atkinson says you should try taking a shit in a truck stop restrooms. Good times, good times.
No, isn't that code for like you have to suck wiener in the corner somewhere?
No, that's the foot tapping.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Kenneth says, fuck public restrooms. I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
It was not me in the bathroom. Scott Alicious.
April knows this because it was her. April is that lady.
No.
Were you destroying a toilet?
I absolutely wasn't me. I would swear on my mother's life it wasn't me.
Coltrane says, or I'll take a bathroom that doesn't have multiple occupancy. I get
Right.
embarrassed when I fuck up the bathroom.
Yeah, but if you get like a single-use bathroom and you open the door and somebody's waiting, they're still going to know it was you.
Did you know that Howard Stern, when we were listening to him, described my bathroom etiquette to a T when he talked about duty stains in the toilet? I do the same exact thing that I do the same thing Howard does.
I don't want to hear that you do that.
Howard and I do the same thing. Howard doesn't want to leave duty tracks in the toilet, so if he ever leaves duty tracks, he'll wad up a bunch of toilet paper on his hand, and when the water goes low, he'll wipe the duty tracks off and then just flush the paper down and then wash his hands. That's courteous. What am I supposed to do? Leave the duty stains?
You come back and clean it in a little bit. You get the Clorox, You put the Clorox in the bowl.
Well, that's a lot to do for a little shit.
You flush, and then you can scrub later when the duty's flushed down and you don't get it on the brush.
See, now you're being more obsessive than Howard is.
It scares me to live with you on occasion.
Why?
I'm afraid that there's shit all over a bathroom somewhere.
No, Howard.
Not visibly, but there's
Howard
you've
and
had
I-
your hand
No,
in the bowl.
but not in the water. Water's low, and then you wipe the thing up, and then it's like Mission Impossible. You get it the fuck out of there before the water comes back up.
I'm afraid of you.
I'm not the only man who does this. If we go
This
down
is
in the
disgusting.
if we scroll down in the chat, a
Then
lot of men are.
if you ever leave me, I'm swearing off men. If that's how you all are, I can't have poop everywhere.
Let's see how.
I'm really scared of you guys.
Look, I want to catch up with the public bathroom people, the
I'm
farting,
not.
and then we'll catch up with that.
I'm not willing to believe you just go in the bowl.
Throw Rexstart parody account in the drawing, please. He with $10. He says, in an old bookstore once, when a woman went into the bathroom, as soon as the door closed, it sounded like someone dumping a bucket of golf balls into the toilet. I got out of there in a hurry. Ryobi, what's going on?
Thanks.
It's not Ryobi. It's a fucking disgusted listener. What is wrong with you, you nasty bastard?
Thank you,
Is that
Ryobi.
wrong?
Like, I have no problem. Now, hold on. I have no problem blowing up a bathroom, doing it in a public bathroom, and just farting my ass away.
Yeah.
If I'm in there and someone's on a phone for any reason, I'll make a big, ridiculous ruckus so everybody knows the other person is like in a bathroom.
Okay.
But this, I'll even, when I'm in my house, well, shit, I do it anywhere. When I'm standing there taking a leak in a toilet for any reason, I do what I have lovingly referred to as racing the flush, where you think you're going to be done, and so you flush it while you're still taking a piss to see if you run out of piss at the same time that the toilet gets done flushing. You know, because maybe you timed it right, and sometimes you time it right, and it works out okay.
And I'm the one with a problem.
He's not sticking his dick in the bowl. You stuck your hand in the bowl.
I'm not putting my fucking hand in a bowl.
Not
That
a
is
public
disgusting.
restroom. This is at my home.
That's still not okay. Other people use that.
That's still not okay. No, that's still disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that Howard claims to be a germaphobe when he does this, no wonder he's a fucking neurotic idiot. No wonder he goes to freaking, doesn't he go every day to see his psychologist? No wonder.
Psychiatrist, yeah.
But you.
Wow.
Thank you for the support, man.
I'm really sorry about that.
I feel
All
supported.
right. Well, sorry, Ryobi.
Yeah, dude, that's gross. Like, you know how when they say, like, oh, no, I have one more thing, and then I'll be done.
Yeah.
They say, oh, yeah, you got to be careful because when you flush a toilet, like the water and all the shit air, it like aerates and gets in the air like perfume and shit.
Yeah.
It technically gets on your toothbrush.
Right.
That means...
Yeah, okay, and your toothbrush is all the way over there. Now think of where your hand was just now.
That means...
Oh, that's disgusting.
But it's after the flush.
No, you're saying that when you flush it and the water is low, you stick your hand in there. That means the lid had to be open when he flushed it, which means I need to throw my toothbrush away.
Oh.
You heathen!
Well, you know, I want to make a
You
clean. I want to make a clean
disgusting-
space.
I'll just hang up and listen.
All right, thank you.
Oh.
I want to make a clean space for everybody. Gene Chubb says you do the same thing as Howard does in the bathroom. You get a Blumpkin from your stylist. Some people are saying they piss blast it. I mean, is that okay?
Do you understand that means you had to have had the lid open when you flushed?
Now, here, Cooter Soup instructions is wrong. Cooter Soup says, I use the bowl scrubber like a normal human. That's more disgusting. You're getting shit.
Aaron.
No, you're getting shit on a scrubber, and then you're putting that back in the thing. That is disgusting.
I told you what to do to avoid that. We have 4 bathrooms in this house. If you need somebody to not use that restroom, just if you notice somebody going there, just be like, don't use it. Let it sit and soak for a little bit. Put some Clorox in there. Flush it first.
Look,
and then scrub it.
I'm not
so that
sitting
way
there.
the shit has gone down the toilet and you're free.
I'm not sitting there leaving duty stains in the toilet every time I go.
No one had to know it was you. There's 5 people in this house.
But not in that bathroom. There's 2 people in that bathroom. I would
rather you leave it there than do what you do.
I can't leave it there in good conscience. I cannot.
You can
leave
go
it
back
there.
in 5 minutes after it has soaked off and flush it.
Can't leave it there. That would be disgusting.
I guarantee I'd never know.
Skeezy says, can confirm I do the same thing. Unless there's a plunger, I'll use that. How about this? See? I got one on my side. Stevie J says it's satisfying to squat against a tree and poop. I recommend everyone try it at least once. I don't. Omega Wolf says this is grounds for divorce.
Yeah, I kind of do feel wronged.
Buddy Travis says, Aaron, you and Howard are fucking savages. Get a fucking toilet brush. What? And get shit all over it?
I hear results for you. If you can't leave the toilet closed and let that shit soak off literally for 5 minutes and then just flush it and it all goes down, I guarantee it all goes down.
I am not going to leave a bunch of shit.
Throw the brush away then if you're that anal about it.
I'm not going to leave a bunch of shit in my bathroom. I'm sorry.
But you're going to stick your hand in it?
I will leave no shit behind. I'm not sticking my hand in it. It's covered in paper.
There's something about your hands now that I don't want to be close to them.
There you go.
Oh.
Next time you see Aaron biting his nails, just imagine that finger plays splish splash in the toilet. There's no water.
You should.
And I wash my hands thoroughly.
I don't believe you.
I do, of course. Stop it. Freedom's Lunch says, don't touch your poops.
I agree.
I'm not touching them.
Stop touching your poops.
Touching them.
You are with toilet paper. Do you know how thin toilet paper is?
No, it's wadded.
I can spit on it and it goes through.
It's your hand, you nasty ass crowd.
I'm terrified right now.
Look, man, when Howard opened the floodgates for all of us to be who we wanted to be.
I care about you. And this is not the man I thought I married. So you can stop touching your poop.
All right, I got to see who this restricted call is. If you don't say who you are, I can't put you on.
Call from
Buzzard Bob.
I don't think this is the real Buzzard Bob, but what's up?
Oh,
it is.
You're so scared of that fecal material.
Oh, it's the Buzzard. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, buddy.
Don't be so scared of that shit there, April.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm an expert at fungalingus and the analingus.
Yeah. Buzzy eats ass.
There's some germs in that shit, Buzzy.
Oh, that's all right. That's how you build your immune system. That's how I survived COVID.
Oh,
Thank you, Buzzy. I appreciate the support.
I hope you're doing okay.
All right.
You're trucking with the Buzzard.
Thank you. I don't think that was Buzzy.
I don't think so either.
Whoever that was a very good-natured person doing an impression of Buzzy.
You and I are very, I don't know what the word is. We're not optimistic. We're apprehensive of callers.
Jeremy with $2 says Steve Conte would be proud of this segment. I'll send it to Steve.
Yeah, somebody said I'm nauseous. I agree.
It means his face is covered with feces. Smooch it up, Buttercup. This happens once every 3 months, 4 months.
Then tell me if it happens so infrequently, why you can't just let it sit in the toilet for a second if it's just a streak or something.
I thought I was doing you a favor. I didn't want you to see
not.
shit stains in a toilet.
I've seen shit before. I lived in a barn.
Boy.
I've literally touched shit. I get it. It's poop. It's in a toilet.
You have what I affectionately call a turd cutter stick by the toilet. You can't drop a snake that don't flush, then leave. What? No, we're talking about two different things here.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. Diane Poo with $10 says, am I caller 20? How many are we up to at this point?
I don't know. Are your hands clean?
I don't know. You tell
We're
me.
at 25.
25. Wow. After 5 more, they all go towards tomorrow's goal. And you can qualify for the, what do you call it? The VIP drawing tonight as many times you'd like. $10 on PayPal, Streamlabs, YouTube, or Rumble. There you go. There's the links in the chat and pinned to the top of the page. We're giving away a VIP tonight, and we've got 25 of you qualified thus far. You rinse the brush after, flush multiple times. People are saying 4 bathrooms. Someone's doing well.
This isn't like the biggest house in the world. Don't get too excited.
No wonder the goal is so high. These guys have 4 bathrooms.
I didn't choose this house.
3.5, I believe.
Yeah, they're not full bathrooms, guys.
3.5 bath, if you will. I do the racing, the flush shit too, says Coltrane.
Yeah, but then when you're flushing with the toilet lid open, it is a scientific fact that particles from the inside of the toilet, whether or not you pooped or not, there's stuff in the bowl, flies out. Okay, and now it's on your toothbrush.
Grinch Girl says it's okay, Aaron. I don't think it's that bad. At least you're cleaning it up.
See, now I'm against her. I'm against anybody on your side on this.
Look, I'm trying to help. That's all it is.
It's not a help. You can rest assured at this point now that I would like you to just leave it there and come back and flush it later.
All right.
Thank you. I'm glad we cleared this up.
Trying to be a helpful guy. Greasy N-word with $10 says, excuse me, beautiful white people. I'm looking for my friend. He be called Shaka. Has you been seeing him? I'd be sorry for interrupting your evening. Well, Rumble Friday.
Thank you.
Maybe he'll make an appearance.
Buddy, if you didn't message me for your prize on Monday, please do that. I don't remember if you did.
Crunchy Cynicism with $10 says, this is my last effort. I swear to God, I never win anything. There's $10.
Thank you.
From Crunchy Cynicism. That puts us at about 27, 28, somewhere around
That's
there.
her second entry tonight, too.
All right. So 27, 28. There you go. There you go. Good counting. What is it?
27.
27. Very good. Jane Goodall's Urban Simeon Avoider says, Keanu just canceled the trip. Gino wants to come earlier.
Yeah, she heard there was poop hands.
Oh, because of the poop. I thought they were serious. I thought maybe on Keanu's show, she said Gino wants to go earlier, and so now she doesn't want to. Oh. Well, look.
Aaron's actually like, well, that sounds better for me. More time for just Gino and I.
Is Gino coming early? That sounds like fun. All right, guys.
I don't think anybody wants him to come early.
We gotta have some fun here. We gotta change.
No more.
We gotta change topics. People are getting disgusted.
I'm hoping there's no more filthy secrets you have about your bathroom habits. Besides, you get naked to poop. I think that's disgusting.
I do get naked to poop. I got a naked shit. It's
you know
liberating.
what? Then I request that if you're going to get naked when you poop, you shower after. Wash it out. If you're already naked, what's it to you? Just take 5 minutes and wash it out.
It's actually not a terrible idea. I don't hate it. Saves a lot of time. Wow. It's genius. We got some more Lizzo news. Apparently now, this is what I love about these kind of stories. The floodgates kind of open once the first little hole pops in the dam. Once the first hole comes in and someone goes, this lady's actually a giant piece of shit. Then all of a sudden, everybody comes forward and goes, oh, yeah, I've hated her for a long fucking time. She's a piece of shit. I hate her guts. I love this part. I love this part of being able to see someone coming from a mile away like I did with Lizzo and so many other people, and then watching the floodgates open and everybody who was too chicken shit to say anything just go and break down the walls and just listen to the stories come flooding through.
Like a butt.
Yeah. Like shit out of a butthole. So Beyonce has already turned her back to Lizzo.
Yeah, she has.
Beyonce removed her from her songs, removed her name from her songs.
Tisk tisk.
And said, Lizzo? No, I never met this
What's
chick.
a Lizzo?
What's a Lizzo? You mean like a gecko or something like that? I have no idea. Well, now a filmmaker says that she walked away from directing a documentary about Lizzo because of how the singer treated her.
Ooh.
So you mean that the fat, morbidly obese woman is actually remarkably unhappy and an asshole in real life, and not this body positive, happy-go-lucky, playful flutist that they like to portray themselves as? Weird. It's almost like they're like every other morbidly obese person, mad at themselves for not being able to exercise any self-control, but just projecting that rage onto the rest of the world and being a miserable Gilbert Grape's mom fuck about it.
Ooh, it's insulting to Gilbert Grape's mom.
Sophia Nali Allison, an Oscar-nominated filmmaker from Los Angeles, wrote on Twitter Tuesday that Lizzo demonstrated an abuse of power during their brief time together. Now, this is what I hate. By the way, I'm not surprised by any of this, but this is what I hate about Lizzo. This woman's an Oscar-nominated filmmaker, and Lizzo thought that she could tell her what the fuck was up with a documentary. Lizzo, you've been famous for 5 years, if that. But you've been famous for 5 years, and you're going to tell an Oscar-nominated filmmaker, what to do, when to do it, where to do it?
Ugh.
Allison's tweet comes after 3 of Lizzo's former backup dancers filed a lawsuit against the pop star on accusations of body shaming and sexual harassment. The fact that this chick body shames anyone that weighs anything less than a manatee is alarming to me. First of all, you're like Miss Body Positivity, sexy at all sizes. Mm-hmm. And number 2, you're a big fat whale.
Yeah, and then the sexual harassment thing on top really bothers me, but I think it's because she's unhappy, so she needs to be like domineering over somebody else.
She needs to humiliate people.
Yes. Yep.
She needs to make people feel under her, beneath her, and less than her because she doesn't feel good about herself. This is textbook. Lizzo hasn't responded publicly to the lawsuit. Not only is she not responding publicly, she's actually blocking any news outlet that covers her.
Really?
Yeah, she's blocking every news organization that's printed a story about
Very
it.
interesting.
Yeah. Or Allison's comments, her representatives did not immediately respond to a request for comment. In 2019, so like when Lizzo was first becoming famous, I traveled a bit with Lizzo to be the director of her documentary. I walked away after 2 weeks. I was treated with such disrespect by her. I witnessed how arrogant, self-centered, and unkind she is. Yes, so she's just a big fat lady with a box of Doritos or a box of Oreos, just shoving them in her face and being mean to people.
She was probably yelling at this Allison person like, you didn't film this right. You didn't get the right angles. You didn't get me doing this thing. I looked so good here.
I was not protected and thrown into a shitty situation with little support. My spirit said to run as fast as you fucking can, and I'm so grateful I trusted my gut. Allison said that she felt...
Here you go.
See, this makes me... Now this shit puts me on Lizzo's side. She felt gaslit. Stop going to therapy, white ladies. You just co-opt their words, forget what the meanings are, and use them wrong.
What if Lizzo wrecked them mentally and they need help?
Then she fucked with you. You're an adult. You weren't gaslit. You got fucked with. Learn how to throw a punch, for God's sake. And deeply hurt by Lizzo, but she did not specify what happened between her and the star. See, I don't respect that either, because like you can't come out with this shit.
You should tell people.
Bury this person and then draw a line and go, well, I want to keep that private.
I kind of figure like if I have something negative to say about somebody publicly, I'm probably disclosing what it was. Right? Because I'm assuming the questions are coming next.
Oh, yeah. You put a microphone in front of me and you want me to tell you about what a piece of shit I've always known this person to be? Fuck yeah. I'll sing like a canary. Are you kidding? Johnny David says the best Lizzo can do for humanity is donate her body to feed hungry children.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I like this one. Cooter soup instructions. She's the black female Cartman.
Yeah, kind of. Just mean.
Alex says reportedly Lizzo was heard telling the director, why you make me look so fat?
Right, that's what I said, like not the right angles, all that.
Actually, she, Delcolu, the law offices of Fee, Fi, Fo, and Fum will make a fortune off these.
I know.
It's very good. The Lizzo thing, actually, the quote I heard, her response to the lawsuit was, and I'll try to get this quote as close as I can. Unlak gunga glunk an solo kun wookie.
I don't think you're supposed to say that word in 2023.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I've been working on myself, and I've been working on being a better person, and I'll try to get there.
Thank you.
In 2023.
Yeah, because I don't think we've seen that word used in a coon's age.
Yeah, 2023 is a year of effort and self-improvement for me. Do you want to hear from some of Piggy's dancers that are suing them?
Yes, I do.
You want to hear from Wilbur's piglet patch?
Let's hear him.
Yeah.
I can't even say it. Squeal.
Let's hear Piggy's. I'm gonna make you squeal like a piggy for me. Let's listen to Lizzo's backup dancers, way backup dancers, and how they were treated.
Well, it does take a while to move all that backwards.
Oh, they have to plan the fucking staging of the show around the moon and the gravity and the tides. It's just there's a lot of space to consider. No matter what stage they're performing on, Lizzo's always performing in the round.
Oh, it's remarkably mean.
When they say exit stage left, exit stage right, she goes correct. All right, let's listen to...
Can we hear these fine ladies?
Let's listen to these weird-ass looking
Which
bitches.
one would you?
This one's got weird titties for a fat chick.
I'm picking her still.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Really, it's a toss-up for you.
Well, this really is like, the choices you've given me are, hey, Aaron, what do you want to do this weekend? Stick your cock in a meat grinder or stick it in a stump grinder?
How about a wood chipper?
Yeah, which one? Go for it. Would you rather tie a stick of lit dynamite to your asshole, or would you rather stick your dick in a wood chipper?
Which one would you do?
Lit stick of dynamite in my asshole.
Yeah, I think so too. I would. Yeah.
Talk about fallout.
Oh my God.
All right.
It's Prolapse Nation.
Let's get.
Hey, you're gonna be the new weather vane, the windsock above a hospital somewhere.
Hey, hold on a minute, April. Do you see that spider web in the corner of this woman's bookshelf? You see what it says on that spider web? It says some pig.
You're mean. Mean person.
All right.
What did these ladies do? They were abused.
That's true. They were abused
These are
by
the good
a
ones.
big, fat, ugly monster.
Were these
You
demands?
look so little.
Well, I don't usually sit this close to Negroes, Javi, but since I'm talking to one of my tribe, I would love to pretend that I would hang out with these women any day of the week. I'd love to sit here and act like I really like these two and don't see them as an absolute gold mine, if you will. I look to my left, I see an SUV. I look to my right, I see a summer Sunday sports car. I'm going to expand my garage.
Or suggestions made.
Hey, what do you think his name is? Not him. That's Harvey Levin, the werewolf. What the fuck? He looks like the moon just went down and he's transitioning back to a man.
He's getting hotter somehow.
Oh, I don't know.
Lizzo, as you say, were they direct where they said, I really want you to do it? Or was it more, I'm afraid if I don't, I might get fired?
Yeah, I think for both of us.
Fuck that. If they're not going to show his name, I need to look it up. I need to know what the lawyer is.
Goldberg.
Oh, let's see. Hold on. We don't.
He doesn't want his name listed.
Come on.
He doesn't want his name listed.
Come on. Let's talk to the lawyer. Hold on. I'm going to do a thing here. Ariana Davis.
Lawyer.
There's a lawyer named Ariana Davis. Who is Ariana Davis's lawyer? Well, fuck, not going to get very close on this one. Lizzo sued over allegations.
Wait, can I tell you something? As being sued as a woman for sexual harassment, that one's going to hurt. Because you're supposed to be the one standing up for women and against sexual harassment.
And again, this is a woman who has been Miss Body Positive, back up the girls, girls rule, everything like that.
Yeah.
Where is the name of the lawyer?
I'm telling you, he doesn't want his name involved.
Come on, I need to know. The dancer's lawyer, Ron Zambrano.
What the hell?
Shit.
What is a Ron Zambrano?
I think that's a Guinea lawyer. Is Ron... Let's see. Ron Zambrano. Wow. You know what? I apologize. He looks the part, doesn't he?
No, not anymore. I think he does look kind of Italian.
Okay.
There was like this always looming feeling of thinking that if you didn't do something or you didn't adhere to certain suggestions or demands that your job could be in jeopardy. I mean, there have been specific instances, for example, whenever we were in contact with our agents and we were trying to negotiate receiving a retainer while we were working with the team, things kind of started being more tense in the work environment, more hostile. So
okay, don't make me turn on these bitches, because I'm starting to hate them for being very womanly in this lawsuit. Yes, of course, when you're negotiating with Lizzo's team for more money, they're going to be a little standoffish towards you at work.
Yeah, that's true.
Normal. And I'm starting to see cracks in this case. Lizzo didn't say, do this or you're fired. Oh, no, it was just kind of implied that if we didn't, then, there might be a problem or we would be fired. And they're filing this lawsuit not while they're working with Lizzo, but after they've been dismissed. So I'm starting to... Look, I'm not saying Lizzo's not a total cunt. She's a terrible person and all that. She definitely is. I don't know if this is lawsuit material, though.
Well, this guy must think it is.
Well, this guy's just sitting there thinking, okay, we're asking for 10. If we settle for 4, my cut is 1.5. Let's see, I can get that beach. Right. He's not listening to anything these bitches are saying.
I like how close to himself he's staying.
Well, they take up all the room. If he tries to broaden his shoulders out, he's going to get stuck.
Off the bat, we kind of already felt like the energy was shifting. And after negotiations for retainers, began, we got an email before one of the shows, basically from her, somebody from her management team, saying that the way that we have been acting was unprofessional and the attitudes that we were exhibiting on the job was unacceptable, and that it could be grounds for termination. And that's just one specific instance that we went through in regards to working with the team.
See, now that does sound loose, but there's other people coming out against Lizzo as well, like that director.
I think all their stories will point to Lizzo's not the nice person she claims to be, and that doesn't surprise me at all. But lawsuit because we went into contract negotiations and then they weren't buddy-buddy with us? I mean, you guys are on opposite sides.
I guess if somebody's been shitty to you, though, and you can get some money out of them,
I guess.
I don't care.
There is so many instances where dancers who did, have fun with her and, go along with like what she was doing and, be down for anything, that they were favored, they were hired for more shows, they were invited on, like private jets and to do cool things and, could hang out with her and like
that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if you're a piece of shit like Lizzo and you're a control freak, you're going to reward the people who do the things you tell them to do, and the people who hesitate and don't want to do it, you're probably not going to hang out with them as much. Again, all shitty behavior, all being a shitty boss and a controlling boss, but again, I don't think this rises to a lawsuit.
I don't think it's surprising that she played favorites.
Right.
Like tropical settings, like Hawaii and stuff like that. Some of our coworkers, it's just like there was no line between professionalism and personal. And so we had in our minds that if we weren't, down for anything, that we would then be ostracized later. It was this unspoken thing in the camp that if you...
Okay, but isn't that kind of every workplace ever, where if you aren't on the boss's good side, they don't give you special privileges? That doesn't seem that weird to me.
Yeah, so I'm in a very unique situation here.
Fuck this one. She gets better treatment.
Is that you?
That is me.
He wears a mask.
Weren't super fun. Like if you like skipped out on all of the like outings and all that stuff, that you wouldn't be seen in good favor from Lizzo, and that you would then not be considered like one of the people that is like cool and down for anything, and then therefore not be booked for as many jobs.
That you mentioned that there was some kind of a dispute over a retainer. When you parted company with Lizzo.
Of course, Harvey wants to know the thing about negotiating hardball over money.
The money.
Yeah, you said something about asking for money and then things got tense. I'd love to hear about what the figures were.
Lizzo, when both of you parted company with Lizzo, was it just kind of happened? Were you terminated? Did you quit? How did the separation go?
Yeah, for me, my situation was a little bit different than Ari's.
I just want to point something out. See how much room is between that guy and his armrests?
Yes, Aaron.
Do you see
inches
that
worth.
They're coming up over the top of their armrests?
This one looks like the chick who sat next to you on the plane ride on the way home.
No, like they're both pushing up and over the armrest, like those poor metal chairs. And then this guy's sitting there and he's like, I can't take up this whole seat if I tried.
He actually skipped lunch so he could suck in a little more.
Yeah.
It was a meeting that Lizzo had. It was
funny.
a more... Well, all of our meetings were pretty intense, but this one was a more intense meeting with her, just emphasizing the fact that she wasn't pleased with our performing and that we still weren't dancing up to, her standards. And basically this was after the intense re-audition that we went through after, having hours of rehearsal, to which she then brought up the allegations of us drinking before shows. I raised my hand to speak. She allowed me to speak. And in that moment, I let her know that, we never partook in those activities and that we would never put ourselves, her, or the show or our jobs in jeopardy. And days later, one of her tour managers terminated me in a hotel lobby.
I'm sorry. Like I'm sure Lizzo's a bad bitch, like in a bad way. Like she's a terrible human being, but like
that was flimsy.
That was really flimsy. And by the way, I don't believe for a second that you bitches didn't drink before shows when you were doing world tours with Lizzo.
I bet she did too.
I guarantee her. I'll tell you why I know you were. I would, and I'm better than you. I mean, like, in terms,
easy.
Look, I'm smarter than you. Like, you two both sound really dumb. You're suing Lizzo because when you negotiated a contract, she wasn't your best buddy. If you said no to the boss, you didn't get as many favors as the people who said yes to the boss. And she, out of nowhere accused you of drinking before shows?
Must have.
She just decided to bring it up and accuse you and had absolutely no proof? Horse shit. I don't really see this as lawsuit material.
Maybe they're disgruntled because they didn't get to go on like the trips and they didn't get picked for, certain gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't
know. But then there's other people coming out saying that she's also not nice.
Right. Oh, no, I believe that she's an asshole. But also, I believe that what they're complaining about does not rise to the level of lawsuit. Samuel with another $20 says, Heil April, Heil not April. Thank you,
Sam.
buddy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
2 more, so we're at 29.
Yes.
People qualified for the VIP drawing tonight. Thank you guys very much. $10 anywhere, Rumble, YouTube, Streamlabs, PayPal, if you want to be in the VIP drawing tonight. Legendary Side Effect says, Aaron stomped that story a whole new butthole. Yeah, so now I'm not on one side or the other. Like, for me, I think Lizzo's a piece of shit, but I think these two are being money-grubbing fat whores, too. So
I guess if, like I said, if you get fired from somebody who's very rich and they weren't good to you on some level, maybe
and
people get that payday.
People are asking if I know about the banana thing. Yeah, we were told about the banana thing.
Banana thing?
The banana thing on the morning show today. Remember eating the banana with the strip club with the things?
I forgot the banana part.
Yeah.
I knew the strip club
banana thing was really fucking gross.
Banana phone.
Yeah, no, not quite.
Where was
not
the banana?
Quite at all. Was it a stripper's ass or was it somebody?
How did I miss
Remind
that?
me what the banana. We talked about the banana thing today.
I know we talked about Lizzo. I don't remember a banana.
Kenneth Pogue with 5 memberships. Jane Goodall's Urban Simian Avoider. Thanks. Citizen M. Isabella Oliveira. A.S. Lang. Car Dog. Cool. All giving, all getting memberships. And you guys are
Very
$30 into tomorrow's goal. Thank you very much. Here's the links in the chat if you'd like to join the VIP drawing tonight. Pretty much everything from here on out goes towards tomorrow night. So thank you. We got, I think, one more clip. We have Lizzo apparently making these girls go to nude cabarets. There's an unspoken feeling among the group of having to bend to Lizzo's demands or be fired if they don't play ball. As they allege in the lawsuit, sometimes that means eating bananas out of sex performers' vaginas in Amsterdam. And they told us dancers who went along with Lizzo's idea of fun were rewarded with lavish jet trips to tropical locations.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, the people who eat the banana out of the stripper's pussy, Lizzo probably laughs at them more, has a better time at their expense. Now, that's where Lizzo's a piece of shit. Absolutely, I agree with you.
Gross.
But that doesn't mean you can sue because you chose not to eat the banana out of the pussy, and then she said, well, I don't want you around. She's allowed to do that. You work for an asshole. That's what you're finding out. You're not finding out that you can sue this person because they damaged you or made you do anything. You're finding out you work for an asshole who, if you didn't do what she wanted, she'd kick you out. You worked for a cunt.
Listening to somebody accuse her of the banana thing, though, like really does take it to a different level for me. Like, you're going to have your employees doing that?
Her defense will be, and she's got good lawyers, I'm sure. Her defense is going to be that, we already got that one, by the way. I don't know why that one's coming in late.
Okay.
But it's coming in. That one came in late. We did get Mindy in there earlier. But, yeah, just that whole idea. Oh, there's What's His Nuts with $10, says they're definitely disgruntled. They didn't have a coherent thought with all the uhs. Yeah, they're just really disgruntled. And it's the equivalent of the fact that you worked for a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But nothing happened to you. Like, she didn't take your head and go, eat that fucking banana out of her pussy and humiliate you that way. You were allowed to say no. It's just that if you said no, your dickhead boss didn't like hanging out with you as much as the ones who said yes to eating the banana out of the pussy. So,
man, that's a weird spot to like lower your employees to, though.
Well, you know what the really disgusting part of it was? She made the fat black girls, when they ate the banana out of the vagina, go, ooh, 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 ah, 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 ah. And I thought that was insensitive, and she shouldn't have done that. But that's just me.
I would have to agree.
Yeah. Don't
Very insensitive.
Don't behave that way. Delco Lou's on fire tonight. He says they're more upset that the bananas weren't deep fried.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Oh, shit. Am I a simple white bitch? You need to check my, not simple white bitch. What do they call it? Basic. You need to check my basic white bitch meter. If I'm a big Crystal Light fan, does that make me a basic bitch?
No.
Because
I don't think so.
I like water. Don't get me wrong. I'm a water fan.
Water.
Clear, cool water. But sometimes I just need a little zip in my water.
Yeah.
And how is Crystal Light only 5 calories and like no sugar or anything like that?
Artificial sweeteners.
Okay.
It has phenylalanine or whatever the hell.
Phenylalanine? Oh my God, that shit's awesome. That's why I like it so much.
pH Fen.
Fent with a PH.
Phenylalanine or
Phenylalanine. Sounds like a country song. My phenylalanine went away.
You're too much.
Bananas out of the pussy. JJ Dewey says, have you guys gone to the fair yet? No, Saturday,
Not
I
yet.
believe. We're due for the fair.
Tell everyone when we're going. Why don't you?
Saturday. Try to find me.
I
All
think
those
we're going
fucking
Saturday.
All those fucking people there. Try to find me. Let's follow up with this Don Geronimo. I love radio controversy stories, and we had one this week. Don Geronimo had to say Geronimo to his career. See what I did? He's been around for about 40 years. He was one of the co-hosts of Don and Mike that was syndicated nationally in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. He's made millions of dollars in the business. And he was still working in Washington, D.C. And he apparently was talking about, they were at training camp for the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
Of course, the Commanders. And they were talking about some TV host. They saw her.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, hey, Barbie, isn't that the girl from that? It just called her Barbie. That was it. Like, it was like very
Hey,
old.
Barbie, that's the thing to do right now.
It was like very old school 1980. Can I please put my foot there and you don't give me fucking looking at me with those Manson lamps? So he goes, hey, Barbie, or whatever, and just very old school 80s quick in and out catcalling.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently she made a big fucking deal about it to the point where they reported on it on her news channel and they did a big thing about it. And Don Geronimo got in a whole bunch of trouble and they ended up firing the guy.
Jeez.
Like, he's gone. The problem is iHeartRadio has the contract to do Washington Commanders football games. So the Commanders went to the radio station and they went, look, this is a problem for us.
Right.
And they're like, okay, Don Geronimo, like, piss off the Commanders who we have this lucrative broadcasting deal with, or fire Don Geronimo and the Commanders are happy. And Don Geronimo doesn't pay the bills at WBIG-FM. The Washington Commanders do. So,
right. Yeah, you need to get rid of him then.
Yeah, and Don Geronimo, by the way, in his 60s or 70s, probably makes a fortune because he's been around so long and been so successful. So, 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 birds
sure,
getting...
opens up the budget a little.
It gets 2 birds stoned at once, as Ricky would say.
It's legal now.
Yeah, well, he's gone, and now after he's fired, wouldn't you know it, he saw the error of his ways.
Oh, did he apologize?
Don Geronimo wrote on social media today, I deeply and sincerely apologize for the pain I caused WUSA sports reporter Charla McBride. Now, let me just, before I puke, this woman is well into her 40s. She's been in the game for a long time.
Uh-oh.
Do you think he really caused pain?
If she's single, maybe.
If, hey, Barbie, from a 60 or 70-year-old aging shock jock caused you any pain, okay, let's fire Don Geronimo, fine. But you get out of the business too, because I'm fucking sick of these people who are scarred or damaged or hurt or in pain. You are as weak as he is stupid.
He's just up with things right now, like especially if she's blonde. If I see a picture of her and she's blonde, that makes sense then. Hey, Barbie, it's the Barbie thing right now. It's Barbie core everywhere.
My attempts to be humorous and topical backfired, and I needlessly deprecated a professional colleague.
Okay, that's,
She's a news sports
fire
lady.
that guy over that.
It's not like you called Walter Cronkite the N-word. You called some blonde, platinum blonde sports lady Barbie.
She was supposed to go back to him and be like, hi, Ken.
Yeah. Is she the last one to be told that she's not there because she's just such an amazing sports mind?
Probably.
God, I hate the lack of honesty we have to live in. I hate the dance we have to do where everyone knows that what they're saying is bullshit. The person they're talking to would be totally fine with them being honest with them, and you'd be fine with that person being honest back to you. You know you're bullshitting each other, but we do it anyway. We're all complicit. All of us who do that dance are complicit. You can't sit here and point the finger at that community or that community or that community when we all do this on a daily fucking basis.
Yeah.
And we've been trained to do the dance where we know we're lying to the other person. We know they're lying to us, but we just do the dance anyway. Him going, I'm sorry for the pain I caused, and then her accepting the apology, pretending she's been pained by any of this. Oh, I hate the fucking dance we do.
I just hate how innocent and childish the comment was.
Right.
Hey, Barbie.
Oh my God.
I'm in pain. I hurt now and I'm suffering and I have PTSD and I can't sleep at night. My neck hurts and I have migraines.
Fuck, you might
I can't go to work.
Sue Lizzo while you're at it.
Yeah.
$10 from Samuel Warner says Lizzo is not just a piece of shit. She's a fat, ugly whale of a shit. Her fat could probably lower the fuel prices to about 50 cents a gallon for a year or two. That's really mean.
Wow.
That's meaner than me.
Talking about liquidating somebody.
Yeah, you're talking about using Lizzo's blubber for fuel oil.
Thank you, Sam. I must have called him Flubber.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
During the Thursday radio show, Geronimo made several disparaging comments about McBride as she walked past the broadcast setup. Hey, look, Barbie's here. Hi, Barbie girl. I'm guessing she's a cheerleader, he said.
Again, he probably just saw the movie. And like he said, he's an old dude. He screwed up at being humorous and topical. Big deal. You know what I do if I see somebody say that to me? I'm like, Yeah. And I keep walking, or I play along. Oh, hey, Ken. Yeah. What are you, also a cheerleader?
Skeezy says, that asshole said I'm pretty. Get him. My God, women are fucking dumb.
Being called Barbie is not an insult, by the way.
No, you see, April, she wants to be taken seriously as a sports reporter.
Ugh, that has gone out the window so long ago.
Ma'am, I've got bad news, and it's time we had this talk. If you're a female sports reporter, let me break some news to you. And again, you already know this.
Oh, me?
No, you're not a sports reporter.
No.
You're fine. I want to guess. Do you know how many more qualified, more talented men they passed on to hire you? You have a great paying job. You have a wonderful career. You have a great gig. Part of that is because you're easy to look at. Now, you can run from that fact, and I can be an asshole, and certainly you've molded society that way, and you've gotten enough people to go that way. Okay, fine. But at least I'm going to die in the world that's filled with truth and honesty, and you're looking at things through a realistic lens. The fact is, a lot of really talented men didn't get a job that you got. They were more qualified, they were more talented, they knew more about sports. But you looked better, you were easier to look at on television, and you were more pleasant to be around, so they hired you. There's nothing wrong with that.
You can tell her she's a diversity hire.
I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. What I'm not okay with it is pretending that that wasn't the case. You don't get to do something and then accept it and then lie. The one decency you can do to those men who missed out on that job, or the fat women who missed out on that job because they weren't as easy to look at you as you, is the one kindness you can do to them is be straight with yourself and straight with everyone else and be honest about why you got the job.
Right.
And then when a guy like Don Geronimo says, hey, you look really nice today. Hey, Barbie girl, how you doing? You look good. Oh, she's pretty. Is she a cheerleader? I got news for you. You know why he called you a cheerleader? Because he ain't hard to look at. So at least acknowledge why you got the job and stop firing people like old man Don Geronimo because he said nothing harmful.
Yeah, this does seem like bullshit. I'd like to see what she looked like. I want to know what she looks like.
I mean, I'll show you in a little bit, but my God, I just hate, it's another radio firing of a guy who, look, I've never listened to Don and Mike for more than 5 minutes. I don't know anything about Don and Mike, but I know they've been very successful for a long time. So another talented radio guy has to lose his job. And again, I wish the radio company would be honest too and go, we don't really give a shit about this woman's feelings. The Commanders told us to jump and we said how high because they pay the bills. And also, Don makes a fuckload of money and we can cut it off of our budget.
To me, this sounds like some woman who's probably untalented and goes unnoticed. And she got called something one day and she had a spark in her head and she's like, oh my God, do you know what I could do with that?
Oh, the woman that I made fun of on the radio, and we talked to her old co-host, and he said the same thing. He confirmed it. He goes, oh, yeah, she played that all up because she thought that was her ticket to stardom, not being a good radio broadcaster, but being a professional victim. If she could be a victim of cyberbullying from this big, mean shock jock, then that's her ticket. Oh, by the way, fast forward 3 years later, she's still doing a show that gets no ratings in Des Moines, Iowa, and is on like her third partner. So you do the math on that one. Contrary to those reports, neither I nor my producer used the word tight to describe Miss McBride, Geronimo said in the statement. Rather, my producer used the word tight, a common term in the broadcast world that refers to seamless production, to describe a technical aspect of our show that day.
I've used that in that way before. Oh, hey, guys, that was tight.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Geronimo has reportedly apologized to McBride of WUSA 9 Washington, D.C., and said he hopes the two can have an in-person conversation at some point in the future. Well, not on the air.
And even if he used the word tight to refer to her body or something, that's a compliment.
Hey, I don't want anyone complimenting on old spaghetti straps looks.
Are you kidding me? So you're a bleach blonde, basically like probably the most attractive person at that facility, right?
Your co-anchor is staring directly at your tits.
That's all he cares about. It's a hot bleach blonde girl in a lipstick red tank with her tits out.
Do you see what I mean about the lies that we tell?
This is disgusting.
The lies that we tell that this woman was offended that anyone would point anything out about her looks. You've got to be kidding. And Don Geronimo is fired because of that. God, that industry.
I think you should be fired for complaining.
It's got to pull its head out of its ass. When I heard comments made about me on the radio show, I felt incredibly insulted and embarrassed. In my 17 years as a professional journalist, I have never been disrespected in such a blatant manner while trying to do my job. Oh, can I try? Because I believe in these last 5 minutes, I disrespected you way more than he did.
Yeah, he said nothing disrespectful.
I'll disrespect you.
I feel like he gave her very childlike compliments.
Yes.
Right?
Their words were sexist and misogynistic. Don't call me pretty, even though that's why I got my job.
I've had it with the word misogynistic, by the way. I am actually kind of sick of it. Everything's misogynistic.
No woman should experience this in the workplace. I agree. Y'all should leave.
Okay, well then get fat and ugly because every single person ever, typically, even heavier girls, are hit on. They just are. I'm sorry.
I appreciate the commander's swift response in handling this matter. Geronimo and Young were held out of Washington's Friday training camp while iHeartMedia, which signed a 3-year partnership with the Commanders last year, investigated the incident. After an internal review, Don Geronimo is no longer an employee of WBIG, said Regional President Aaron Hyland.
I don't even care how good he is. What a shame. Just stupid, really.
And then he apologized. Now you're fucked, Don. You're fucked for sure.
Hey, don't apologize. You cannot apologize for bad things you didn't do.
That's
like you didn't do that. You said, "Hey Barbie," to a blonde chick. And when the Barbie movie just came out, it'd be different if Barbie was completely irrelevant and you started hitting on this girl and called her Barbie.
Zen Rhino saying, "I agree with her. Women should not be in the workplace." Yeah, she kind of walked into that shot, didn't he? Or didn't she?
I hate complainers.
Wow. She got him fired. And that, by the way, that's what happened. She complained to the Commanders. Commanders went to WBIG, and they got that guy canned.
See, no, that's on your hands. That blood is on your hands now. That guy was feeding his family with that. Yeah. So,
congrats.
I hope it was worth it for you, you stupid bitch. I don't have respect for women like that at all. You can take it. You can, if you know what, if she had a problem with what he said, she could have just addressed me like, oh, I kind of don't like that. Instead of just going and getting him fired.
I listen to what qualifies as misogyny on the airwaves now, and I go, oh, well, wait till you get a load of me. I mean, if that's misogyny on the airwaves, I don't even bother saying shit like that on the air. That's too tame. Like, this seems kind of weak and lame and
it was
boring.
childlike.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even say that on the radio. I wouldn't think it's entertaining enough, but holy shit, that makes you public enemy number one now. Wait till you hear what I think about the 19th Amendment.
It was rated G content, but now we have to fire him.
Yeah, Don's got to go.
Because I'm sure she's never had somebody call her like 300 times worse things than that.
It wasn't offensive.
No.
It wasn't painful.
Unless
Shit, if I'm being honest, it wasn't even funny.
Show me on the doll where Barbie touched you. Like, that's the only thing. Like, if you were sodomized by a Barbie once, I get it. What?
That sounds remarkably painful. Being sodomized by a Barbie.
It really is.
Now, feet
you have
first.
to go feet first.
Then the arms are going to tear in at the hand level.
No, you never get there. You never get to the arms.
How many people do we have for our drawing so far tonight? We're going to draw for a VIP in about 25 minutes. All the links are in the chat to be a part of that. Streamlabs, PayPal, YouTube, Rumble. $10 gets you in the VIP drawing. The VIPs get 3 T-shirts, the hoodie, the stickers, 2 tickets to every live event we do, a free item of merchandise every time it comes out, free entry into a $100 drawing every single month on the prize show. That's part of being a VIP. How many do we have?
31.
31. So we're $40 into tomorrow. Thank you guys very much. There's all the links in the chat if you'd like to qualify. Zen Rhino says, back in my radio days, I got a talking to for saying we have a pair of 38s staring at us when talking about the weather.
We have a pair of 38s.
Because it's going to be 38 degrees 2 days in a row. Again, like not even an edgy thing to say.
You got a talking to for that?
Hobo Chili Recipe says we need to start handling disputes the medieval way.
Trial by combat.
There you go. Not that Don Geronimo would be a great trial by combat guy at his age.
But he'd have a chance against her.
He'd have a shot, at least. Kamala Harris is spreading a debunked conspiracy theory that Florida is teaching the benefits of slavery. Ron DeSantis did this thing where he's like, hey, how about we don't teach kids about dicks and trans and gay and all this shit, when they're in elementary school. That would be great. Well, now I guess people on the left are trying to make it out that they're trying to teach the good parts of slavery, and they've tried to look into their curriculum on the Holocaust and say that it's not as mean to the Nazis as it should be. Like they're trying to pile on because the don't say gay thing didn't stick. So now they're trying to pile on other shit to see if it works.
Yeah.
Kind of like the indictments with Trump. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh shit, he's not going down in the polls when we indicted him for this. Well, let's indict him for this. The problem is you're indicting Trump for shit that we already know about. So it's not like we're just discovering January 6th or we're just discovering the 2020 election when you indict him.
But
this stuff has already been baked into the pie of his popularity numbers.
You know what's coming out, though? Like, we are finding out new and all that, and it is enraging. All the Biden stuff that we didn't know about.
The Biden stuff, here's the weird thing about the Biden stuff. We knew about it before the 2020 election. But they said, nope, Russian disinformation. Nope, that laptop isn't a real thing. Nope, the Burisma stuff is horseshit, blah, blah, blah. Like, there were people who knew about it.
We didn't, though.
Yeah, right, but it was kept from the mass public. Last week, we showed you how Vice President Kamala Harris was making a hideously embarrassing spectacle of herself on the national stage by claiming that Florida was trying to teach that slavery had benefits. Now, here's another one where I will go a little too autistic and I will venture into a conversation that has no benefit to me. But, okay. Can you not teach that slavery was evil, terrible, subhuman, and something no human being should do to another? But you can also say, in an economic sense, there were benefits for the people that owned slaves. Not for the slaves, But we're going to sit here and pretend plantation owners didn't benefit from slavery? Isn't that kind of disrespecting the whole concept of what the slaves went through? That they got beaten, whipped, and had to work for free in horrible conditions while the massa made all the money?
I see what you're saying, but I can also raise the argument that nobody wants to hear about the benefits of slavery.
I get it, but are we just going to ignore the facts because our opponents can spin it on us? I mean, if it wasn't advantageous for the slave owners and the plantation owners, then why was there slavery? Do you just want to teach kids that, oh yeah, we're just so big, bad, and racist and terrible, we just did it for fun? No, we did it because a lot of people got filthy, stinking, fucking rich off of slavery, including tribal leaders in Africa. Got remarkably rich because of slavery.
But I think we all understand that somebody got rich because of slavery. I don't think that equates to we have to teach the benefits of it.
Well, first of all,
we know that.
I'm getting ahead of myself. They're not.
I know that. I'm just saying to your argument, the answer is no.
Let's throw Bobby in the drawing before I forget as well. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Ain't got nothing to do with Bobby. So, before we even get into what Jimmy the Greek would say about this, it was an easily debunked claim. It was so easy to prove false that this is not the B. We barely had to lift a finger to do so. We just had to read the educational standards that Kamala herself had apparently never even glanced at. So after that gets debunked, that Florida is not teaching the benefits of slavery, Kamala Harris went out this week and decided to keep saying it, proving once again that she does believe the people who vote for her must be the dumbest human beings on earth. And honestly,
right. Crayon munchers.
Judging by how they're taking all this Burisma stuff, I can't say that she's wrong.
No, I think she's doing the right thing to get, her guy back in there.
Vice President Kamala Harris is doubling down on her rebuke of new Florida education guidelines that call for the teaching of how enslaved people benefited from slavery. I think that this is just a matter of whether one chooses to speak fact and truth or not, and it's pretty much that simple, said Harris. I don't think this is up to any ideological debate to say that people who were enslaved did not benefit from slavery, period.
Okay, so they're...
Do we want to have this conversation?
Okay, but they're not talking about the slave owners benefiting, Aaron.
Okay, do you want to... Do you want it? I mean...
I don't. You should have saved this one for Rumble.
Would you like to talk about this?
Not here, I don't. Nope.
Was it bad? Yup. Was it evil and terrible and a complete blight on this country's history? Absolutely. If you live here now, would you rather be in Congo?
You wouldn't know the difference, for one.
To the slave. I will give Kamala this. Yeah, there was no benefit to the slaves. You're absolutely right. It sucked. Born a slave, died a slave. Sucked ass. It was horrible.
Even if you were in the house, no, there was no benefit to you.
Yeah, there was no benefit for the slaves. But they aren't teaching that. There's no ideological debate. Kamala is just lying. She's just spreading a falsehood that has been comprehensively, materially debunked. One way you can tell they're spreading a falsehood is that most media outlets are reporting on this won't actually share the educational standard in question, or if they do, plug it right near the bottom where they hope nobody will notice. Florida is simply teaching in one small part of its curriculum that slaves in the U.S. often develop skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit. For example, after slaves were freed, many former slaves had farming experience. They had agricultural experience. Mm-hmm. Now, not controversial, totally factual. It's okay to teach that. It's so uncontroversial that they teach literally exactly the same thing in the College Board's AP African American Studies course.
Oh, my God.
It's just, gas is $4 a gallon again. Inflation is still way up there. It hasn't come down. People's groceries are still remarkably expensive. The interest is up and the stock market's down. You only get mugged if you go downtown.
Not anymore.
The preacher man says it's the end of times, and the Mississippi River, she's a-going dry.
That's true.
And we're going to sit here, and the thing our politicians are going to do with each other, the thing they're going to have a pissing match about, is how slavery might or might not be being taught in Florida's schools. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the average American voting in that election is not going to give a flying fuck about what Florida teaches in their schools. And if they do, they're dumb.
Well,
we
no.
got bigger fish to fry. Did you know we added $1.8 trillion to the debt in the last 2 months? Simply from interest going up.
Oh, my God.
Just from interest going up, we put $1.8 trillion on the debt.
I'll tell you this much, though. Florida's not teaching that regardless, even if it wasn't proven. Like, teachers aren't going to be willing to put their livelihood on the line to teach that slavery was,
right.
Any type of benefit to anyone.
It's just... I mean,
people always, I don't like that. Like, if you're going to lie better. Because, don't make up lies that make it so that people would have to be ruining their own lives to do the thing you said.
If we vote these people in again, it's the end and we deserved it.
I don't know how we're making it till the next election. I don't.
We got to move it up a year.
I think so.
Yeah.
I hope that more and more of this Biden shit comes out and people actually get upset and impeach him maybe.
It is really, really strange to think that, oh shit, it's really bad now.
It's bad.
And in a way where you're like, well, obviously this is the worst. And then you watch gasoline go back up and you're like, well, what the fuck? It can't get worse. We're at the threshold for shittiness.
Oh, it can get worse.
And nope. We got oceans of oil under our feet. We won't use it. Now Biden wants to set the standards for the fuel standards by 2033 to 52 miles per gallon. Yeah.
What?
I mean,
that can't happen, right?
No.
It's not happening.
It's bananas. It's remarkable to me. All right, guys. Last chance. We got about 10 or 15 minutes until we do our drawing for the VIP. If you'd like to be part of that VIP drawing, you can enter as many times as you'd like. It's just $10 on any platform, Streamlabs, PayPal, YouTube, or Rumble. If you'd like to throw that in there, it's nice to support the show. We appreciate it, and we'll give one of you a VIP before we head out of here tonight. And thank you for allowing us to do a goal-free week.
Thank you.
Of evening shows, and you guys are also $40 or $50 into tomorrow morning's goal. So thanks on multiple fronts. Oh, guys, she must have finally found out he was gay. Justin Trudeau's wife is leaving.
Oh, God. I was like, who is that? No. I mean, yeah, there couldn't be a nicer gay guy out there, huh? For this to happen to?
Just an absolute gay sweetheart. Canada's gay sweetheart, Justin Trudeau. His wife, Sophie, splitting up. Many meaningful and difficult conversations, and we have made the decision to separate. Meaningful and difficult conversations, meaning we've been screaming at the top of our lungs at each other the most horrific things you can think.
That's what I picture. When people are getting divorced, I just imagine there's at least one person screaming bloody murder all the time. The other one's just like, oh my God, I have to get out of here.
Yeah. Or no.
Or they're just both
They're
screaming.
both just screaming at the top of their lungs.
Okay.
Sophie and I would like to share the fact that after many meaningful and difficult conversations, God,
somebody else wrote this for him.
You can't even announce your divorce like a man. God, your dad, Fidel Castro, would be so disappointed. But, I keep reading that line, meaningful and difficult conversations, and I just imagine, you stupid fucking cunt. Well, you're an asshole, and you don't give a shit about any of us. You're a fucking sociopath, and you're a world leader, piece of shit, arrogant cult of personality dickhead. Oh, yeah, well, your pussy's loose after having children, you dumb fucking bitch.
Jeez.
And then them
Is that how that goes?
And then them going, you know what? Maybe we should just, you go that way, I'll go this way.
She's probably like, thank God, thank Christ, right?
Now I can be with a heterosexual.
Yes, I can be with a real man.
As a, hey woman, since your man ain't got no heart, how about you come over to my apartment? I'll show you what a real man is. As always, we remain a close family with deep love and respect for each other. Yeah, while you were writing this, she was going, oh. We have a deep and meaningful,
I have problems listening to you do that.
That won't get Photoshopped.
No, never, I'm sure. And I bet you're fine, free and clear.
I love that. We remain a deep and close family. It's like you two are going to be fighting like cats and dogs.
Yeah, you two don't care about each other anymore. You care about your kid.
Sure.
You don't care about her. She doesn't care about you.
Oh, boy. Okay, so people are now digging up video clips of them in the past to see if they could see the divorce coming. Let's take a look at this one. They do a smooch, and both of them have to look off like they're looking for a Listerine bucket.
For 2 seconds, I actually thought it was just her, but then you're right. He's looking off.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, I'm going to watch him now. Oh, boy.
Did he say now, by the way, like they were scripting their kiss?
Ick. Ick, ick, ick. This doesn't feel good.
And they're both just like, oh, shit, no thank
Gives me
you.
the ugh factor.
I haven't been wet since Trump left office. He was a real man.
The only time I get wet is when I'm in the shower.
That is funny. Hobo Chili Recipe says, hey, Aaron, I would love to see you box Trudeau. He's a bit of a fan of the sweet science. You know me. I love sparring with anybody. It's a good goddamn time. So I would step in there with Mr. Trudeau anytime he'd like to. Loose Pussy Energy with $9.99 says if they just talked this out, they could both be with the same guy. Yeah, they could share.
Oh, my God.
I
wouldn't want to share anything with him if I were her.
What the problem is. So Loose Pussy Energy is in the VIP conversation.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for making me write Loose Pussy Energy.
To write Loose Pussy Energy down. Hey, it's good for you. It's good exercise.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, if you're on Rumble, hit like, hit thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. All the numbers going up. I appreciate that. Loose Pussy Energy says, I'm already a VIP. Well, if you win, you can take $100. How's that?
Oh, I wonder what their real name is then.
Yeah. Loose Pussy Energy, if you're already a VIP, you win the drawing, give it to someone else or take $100 cash from us.
Right.
How's that sound?
Yeah. Everyone loves cash, right?
Good, right? Gilgo Beach serial killer made his first court appearance.
Ooh, hot.
Tucker Carlson's dad. Oh, man. Could you imagine that being the last thing you say before your hooker lights are put out?
No, I can't.
Oof.
That guy's going to have sex with you.
That is a scare. Did he fuck him?
They were hookers.
Yeah, but he might have just hated women and wanted to murder them. I don't know. I haven't read up.
I kind of just assumed he had sex with them.
I haven't read up enough. He killed 3 sex workers. Yeah, I don't think he fucked them.
That seems odd to
I
me.
think he was a Christian man who hated them taking their temple bodies and filling them full of seeds.
I don't believe it.
Well, he's a big ogre-looking motherfucker. That's all I know.
Ladies don't just take seeds, Aaron.
Remember when that pimp told that crooked cop who ended up going to jail, and I still think ran some kind of cover for this guy? Remember when that pimp said, hey, it's that big ogre. He literally said something to the effect of that big ogre-looking monster.
Mm-hmm.
It's that guy who's killing these hookers, and they never looked into him.
This guy's like 6'6" or 6'7" and bulgy.
You take one look at this guy, and you go, oh, yeah, this guy definitely. I can see that face strangling the life out of a hooker, and him that face staring down.
You know what it is? It's always those beady eyes. Look at those little eyes he's got.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann made his first appearance in a New York court after he was accused of killing 3 sex workers and is the prime suspect in a 4th slaying. The hulking Heuermann was in handcuffs as he was led by uniformed officers Tuesday into the Suffolk County courtroom to face a judge on 6 murder charges, 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of second-degree murder, which could send him to prison for the rest of his life. He remained mostly stone-faced as he entered the courtroom.
That's good. He looks the part, man.
Right.
That
Well, what do you
looks
want
like
him?
the guy.
What do you want him to do? Giggle? He's in deep shit. I mean, what do you want? Like, oh, he was stone-faced. Oh, you're surprised he wasn't joking?
Are you supposed to be jovial and smiley and, hey guys, it's a sunny day today. I can't wait to see a little shred of sun rays coming to my cell.
Your Honor,
What?
knock, knock. Who's there? Who? Who? What are you, an owl?
I don't like your face after.
Somebody give this guy the hook. Am I right, Your Honor? Not this guy, though. No, I'll, right?
How do you reel in a lady? You hook her.
After you've thrown her body to the bottom of the river, am I right, Judge? Hey, I plead not guilty.
Is that where they were?
They washed up somewhere, yeah.
Oh, my God.
They washed up. As we reported, Heuermann was arrested in July and indicted on charges that he murdered 3 prostitutes in 2007, 2009, and 2010. He's also linked to the killing of a 4th woman, Maureen Brainerd Barn. I thought we could take care of this right here in Brainerd, as he fingered her. But he hasn't been charged yet in that case. Yeah, there's.
Well, I mean, they're pretty close, though.
See, where the victims washed up.
No, Aaron. Show me harder.
It's right there.
Thank you.
Right there, you fucking dummy. Prosecutors say Heuermann stuffed their bodies into burlap sacks and dumped them near Gilgo Beach on Long Island.
What a nice guy.
At least he gave them a burial cloth. What's His Nuts says, hell, give me one more.
Thank you. What's His Nuts?
What's His Nuts wants one more. Gina Bobina says, busy boy. Yeah, I mean, he was a real doer.
I have 34.
Zen Rhino has a clip. Oh, no, I shudder to think what this clip's going to look like. Going, we have a deep and meaningful...
I have problems listening to you do that.
That won't get Photoshopped.
No, never, I'm sure.
I look sleepy.
You should look at my face when you do that.
You're not proud of me when you see stuff like that? That's a creative...
Look at how proud I was.
So I saw it. No, it's a lovely creative move I just did. I'm showing my range.
How'd that sound go again?
If you move the tongue back and forth in your throat, you can kind of gag yourself a little. You make that real porn star sound.
See, the thing is, like, while you're doing it, you gotta like breathe through your nose pretty deeply, but yet do it slowly, and you won't gag as much.
Fucking amateur.
Aaron likes gagging, so he starts crying.
There we go. Good job, Zen.
I have so many questions about you. Yes. I assume in the next 5 or so years, I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, I'm not a big secrets guy. Got about 5 minutes left in our evening shows for the week, and we're going to do our drawing in about 5 minutes for a new VIP. So if you want in, all the answers to how you do that are pinned to the top of the page. I got to pick one more story. I don't want to. I got a couple. There's only 6 or 8 tickets left.
Something like that.
To the comedy show of the anniversary show. I believe 8 tickets left. There's the links in the chat. Eventbrite. Everyone hit like after that wonderful performance.
Somebody said it sounds experienced.
Look, that's how you know I'm a good actor. Is that you think I have experience.
What's the finishing sound?
Ooh, I don't know that one. You know what? I'll watch some videos and I'll let you know. I'll do some research.
Just gotta swallow hard.
Yeah, Rumble Friday. We'll figure that out. Ex-UPenn teammate had nightmares for weeks after sharing a locker room with Leah Thomas. Paula Scanlon joined the swim team at UPenn as a way of getting over a nightmare from her past. Instead, it brought it up all over again.
Ugh.
The 23-year-old Connecticut native began swimming at age 8, and she credits the sport for helping her recover after surviving a sexual assault in a bathroom at age 16. To be honest, swimming was the only thing that kept me going, she said. But after earning her spot on the University of Pennsylvania's swim team, Scanlon was troubled by the school's decision to allow Leah Thomas to switch from the male to the female team and from the male to female locker room. Thomas, who had previously competed on the men's swimming... Look at the fucking size.
I wish you wouldn't do this to me because it just makes me angry.
And this is what I mean about the selfishness. Did not care who he hurt.
Did not care.
Did not care who he walked over. Didn't care that this woman had flashbacks. Like,
you know nothing about these people.
Just the wonderful thing about progressives is that as long as there's a bigger victim, they'll abandon their old victims. Like, oh, women are victims. And, sexual assault survivors, we need to protect them, believe all women, and, cater to their sensitivities and help their healing and all that. But as soon as a big hulking 6'3" swimmer comes by and goes, I'm a girl now, they go, oh, come on, you fucking bigots. Get over your rape and get in the pool.
Kind of sound like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Hi, SpongeBob. I want to swim. Oh. Now it's Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
I joined the UPenn team, too, as a swimmer, because I was a frogman in the Navy SEALs.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to see Bush and Puss and Titties.
Oh.
And they got to see my big throbbing cock.
So hot.
Yeah.
So veiny.
It was something I said, well, here's my backstroke. I don't think I understood why I was supposed to be in there.
Will you backstroke my back door?
Thomas, who had previously competed on the men's team, but then started using the locker room and all that stuff, began swimming on the women's team. She also started changing in the women's locker room, which Scanlon said was traumatic for her as an assault survivor. But again,
I believe her.
Her trauma doesn't count if it comes at the expense of Leah Thomas not getting to parade around with her dick out wherever she wants to. That person's trauma is insignificant to the posturing and the peacock feathering we have to do to allow people to run roughshod all over everyone and get their way regardless of how it affects anyone else.
Because if they don't let this Leah Thomas into the women's locker room, now she's a victim and forced to go in the men's locker room where she'll be traumatized for seeing all the dicks.
Yeah. It's remarkable to me. Scanlon described Thomas's presence as so incredibly uncomfortable, and not just for her. Her fellow biologically female swimmers resorted to changing in bathroom stalls and family bathrooms for the sake of their privacy, which, by the way, had to be great for team morale and unity.
Terrible, actually.
I would be at my locker and then all of a sudden hear a masculine voice and I would just jump. Yeah, imagine you've been violated at 16 and then all of a sudden you're in the a women's locker room and you hear a masculine voice.
You're changing in your swimsuit,
That's
which,
gotta
by the way,
fuck
there's
you up.
nothing on under that.
Yeah. That's gotta fuck you up.
Like, my first instinct, if I'm changing in a locker room and I hear a man's voice, I'm like, oh my God, the coach is in here? What is he doing? You know? You don't belong in here.
I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to address this and they're going to reverse all this stuff. I don't have a lot of faith that they will.
No.
But you can't, I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is you can't call them all bigots, can you? I mean, when enough of these women come forward and go, look, you're being very anti-woman here. You're really fucking with our lives and our mental health. Like, are you going to show enough guts to give a shit and figure something else out because this isn't working?
It's just...
I don't know.
Lowering morale of everybody just trying to live a life.
Well, I tell you what, guys, thank you very much for a great week of evening shows. We do appreciate it. Let's end this tonight with the number wheel. April, how many do we have? 34?
Yep.
We have 34 people qualified for tonight's VIP drawing. So here we go. We got 34 spots on the wheel. We're going to draw one. You guys are $60 into tomorrow's goal. We got 2 goals left. That's it.
Yes, we do.
Only 5 goals this week instead of 8. This has been a really fun week. We thank you guys for contributing to the show. Become a member on the YouTube channel or become a subscriber on Rumble. Follow and subscribe to both channels. We'd appreciate that. Let's go ahead and give this thing a spin, find a winner, and then head on out of here. Good luck to everybody. Here we go. Hand check. Who's it going to be?
Oh.
It would have been Crunchy, and it ended it just ticked over from 1 to 34. And remember what's his nuts? He said, hell, I'll try one more. And that ended up being the one
It's what's his nuts
that got him the victory. What's his nuts is the newest steel toe VIP Crunchy Cynicism. Missed it by did you see that last little
tick? It was a nut
tick?
hair. It was like spinning the wheel on The Price is Right, and it's barely just gonna. It went.
Fucker.
Oh.
That sucks, man. Well, What's His Nuts is here.
Yes, he
is. It worked out for What's His Nuts. He did one more. If it wouldn't have been What's His Nuts, well, there wouldn't have been 33.
Right. Come on.
Oh, it would have went to 33. That would have been the last number. Loose Pussy Energy would have won it.
Congrats, What's His Nuts.
What if?
I need to hear from you.
Also, guys, crescentmountcoffee.myshopify.com. Check out those new flavors we've got. Steel Toe Select, April's Magic Bean. By the way, that's the bag you'll get.
That's a hot bag.
If you order.
That is a hot bag, if I may. Like, I don't usually look that good.
She's usually, her hands are like this when she's saying that normally, but this is just the coffee in this instance.
Cradling.
She's cradling. April's Magic Bean. That's the bag. Steel Toe Select, the limited anniversary edition, which is on sale for this month. A smooth South American coffee aged in a whiskey barrel for 30 days. They also have all the Steel Toe coffees, whole bean and ground coffee. You can get those as well at crescentmountcoffee.myshopify.com. Here's the link coming in hot in the chat. Ready to go. There it is. crescentmountcoffee.myshopify.com. STES.com. All right, everybody, thank you so much for all your help. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Central Time for the morning show. We hope you're there for that, bright and early.
Thank you.
And thank you for keeping this show going. April, thanks again.
Thanks, boss.
Talk to you guys again.